今回はメジャー挑戦を表明している今井達也選手の最新情報をお届けします。 MLB が公示した45日間のポスティング交渉期限は来年1月2日までとなります。有力記者3名の情報をまとめました。現地放送を翻訳してお届けいたします。
Speaking of pitchers, fellas, how about Tatsuya Imai as we go back to John Heyman's Twitter? Sabres Lions say they're going to post star pitcher Tatsuya Imai. The righty who throws up to 99 miles an hour should be one of the top 3 free agent pitchers, along with Dylan Cease and Framber Valdez. You guys just hit on both those guys, and specifically, do you think Imai, David, it's hard with Japanese pitchers, but you saw firsthand with Yamamoto what kind of impact he can make. What do you see with regards to Imai?
Man, I spoke to a major league scout that saw Imai pitch there in Japan, and he said his fastball has a lot of life. He's got a great slider that he can control. He mixes pitches really well. And speaking to some sources, with my Japanese friends out there, they told me that the Yankees, Phillies, Blue Jays, Mets, and Phillies are the leading candidates to sign Imai, along with the Padres, who we know is in desperate need of starting pitching, and they obviously have the advantage of geography being on the West Coast. So those are the teams that are going to pursue him heavily.
Yeah, I think the other interesting thing, just beyond the fact that he throws 99 miles an hour, he doesn't give up home runs. He has a ton of different pitches that he can use. I believe he had a sub-2 ERA last year, super durable. But the fact that he can throw 99 with a wipeout slider and he's got a changeup and he keeps the ball in the yard, that's something that's going to be very, very appealing to a lot of different teams.
You know, timing matters. We talked about Framber earlier. A year ago, before some of these incidents, I think he's not at the GM meetings and he's assured of a certain amount of money. I think the fact that the Dodgers won the World Series with 3 prominent Japanese players has people very excited about the Japanese market as if they weren't already, but I think it just intensifies the idea of opening up that market, making sure everyone doesn't end up a Dodger at some point. And I think in my, you talk 6 pitches, in the graphic, you showed his walk rate has gone down. It was a problem early in his career. He seems to have, you know, when you talk to scouts, they say that fastball control is exceptional. The one bugaboo that has come up with multiple scouts is he's a very emotional pitcher. If you watch him, they say it's clear, it's visible when he is having some issues on the mound. They wonder about that here, what that will mean, and if he could harness it. But it was really the only downside I heard about him as I asked around at the meeting.
Emotional volatility.
Hey, Joel, I did.
Go ahead, David.
I did talk to that scout that told me that he has grown exponentially the last 2 years as far as controlling his emotions and getting himself in position to have this opportunity to be able to sign a lucrative deal with the team that he wants to sign with. So you're right.
Well, numbers-wise, it speaks for itself. A 1.92 ERA last year. Imai certainly brought it. Who knows how that will translate at the major league.
Tatsuya Imai, available for bid, and clubs have about, a 6-week window left to come to an agreement with his services. Tell us about the player and tell us about who you think might be involved.
Yeah, so posted yesterday, and he has until January 2nd, right? There's a 45-day window until January 2nd to make a deal. But there are comparisons to Yoshinobu Yamamoto. So he's got a terrific arm, an assortment of pitches. He throws strikes, and you see the numbers from this, career best 1.92 ERA this past year, a .89 WHIP. That's a strike thrower that gets swings and misses. And so he's a guy that I think for San Diego would be a play. I think that you could see him for the Mets come into play. I think that the San Francisco Giants need some depth and some impact in that starting pitching. The Cubs have had great success in that market. Imanaga there could make a comfortable place in a landing zone for him. And look, the Angels at one point convinced Shohei Ohtani to go there. Now, maybe it was a Billy Epler relationship, but they could use some starting pitching depth as well. But Imai is a guy that could be a legitimate front end of the rotation starting pitcher in his late 20s, and he's still young. He's got a fresh arm. He's going to be an impact pitcher and one of the best pitchers now available in free agency.
Let's talk about Tatsuya Imai, Japanese phenom pitcher who is officially posted. We've got till January 2nd to figure out who's in line to bid for his services. You've identified the Giants as an early leader in the clubhouse.
The Giants have already shown interest in Imai, and I believe in many ways he is the perfect player for the San Francisco Giants. The Giants have tried in recent years to land a Japanese superstar, whether it was Ohtani, whether it was Yamamoto. And in so many ways, Imai is, I think, the perfect fit for that ballpark. It's a great environment to pitch in. His overall pitch mix, as you saw it on the screen there, a little similar to Senga. I actually think, guys, his pure stuff is probably a tick above Kodai Senga. He is a really, really good pitcher. He'll miss a lot of bats. He's in the zone a lot. And when you consider the Giants, they've already got Logan Webb, and it was great to hear Tony Vitello and his thoughts on the show earlier this week. They need a co-star alongside Logan Webb in that rotation. And I believe that Imai would be a great complement. Of course, Webb's so great with the sinker. Imai, a little bit of a different approach. He throws a bit of a circle change. It's almost like that kick change. It's not a true split. It's more of a change-up. But I think his stuff would fit very well in that ballpark. New manager, new vibe in San Francisco. Tatsuya Imai is my choice there. I believe the Giants among the top candidates to land the Japanese.
You said Imai, I said, oh my, oh my. He's 154 pounds. Holy smokes. 5'11", 154. They have to put some weight on that.
Hey, Yamamoto's not the biggest pitcher in baseball either, but he was the last man standing.
Yeah. Another great Japanese starter saying goodbye to Japan. Sayonara. And he's coming over here to pitch in the Grande Ligas.
いかがだったでしょうか。争奪戦を制するのは果たしてどの球団になるのでしょうか。本格的なストーブリーグに突入した MLB。本チャンネルではタイムリーに情報をお届けしていきます。それでは次回の動画でお会いしましょう。さようなら。